Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motor news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the LTFRB's reasons for publishing the list of beneficiaries. Our road safety reminder in the Young Street Smarts portion centers on what to do when one encounters a solid yellow line with a broken yellow line. This week's Buying to Pair shall be about following loading and unloading rules. Showcase this week shall have the minivan from Kia, the Carnival 2.2 SX AT. All for Race Weekend will have the highlights of the 2022 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series Round 5.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race. Race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Motorists will soon have another, more convenient route from South Luzon Expressway and C5 to Merville in Parañaque and vice versa.
The Toll Regulatory Board expects to see the C5 link flyover extension to be completed soon and open to motorists. This followed an inspection conducted by TRB Technical on the 1.6-kilometer flyover extension project, which found it has reached more than 95% completion. The extension will connect to the 2.2-kilometer Cavite C5 link that is already operational, providing a more convenient access for motorists bound for the SLEX C5 from Merville and vice versa. According to TRB Executive Director Attorney Calvin A. Carullo, the C5 link flyover extension is expected to serve an estimated 15,000 motorists daily, lessen travel time from SLEX to Pasay, Taguig, and Parañaque, and help decongest local roads in the area. Discussed during the inspection was a traffic management plan for when the new extension is open to motorists, which will entail transferring the Merville entry and exit ramp to in front of the Shell C5 South link. The TRB said traffic signal lights and signages will be installed in coordination with the local authorities to help manage traffic for motorists bound for the expressway and those that will use the service road.
Once the flyover extension is open to motorists, we will find out whether it will fulfill its promise to help decongest public roads in the area and provide a quicker and more convenient alternate route for those coming from or going to Cavitex and C5. Meanwhile, we're heading into the second half of 2022, and NLEX Corporation promises that this will see the España section of the NLEX Connector Road open to motorists.
The The 5-kilometer España section of the NLEX Connector Road is 70% complete and is scheduled to open before the end of 2022. The section that spans the NLEX Connectors Caloocan and España interchanges is expected to be the first to be open to motorists. The NLEX Connector will provide commercial vehicles a route that avoids the ban on trucks and other cargo haulers on major thoroughfares in Metro Manila. The NLEX Connectors also seem to improve motorist access to the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. NLEX also reported that construction work on the C5 link connecting Mindanao Avenue to Quirino Highway is expected to start within the year. When completed, the 11.5-kilometer project will allow motorists to travel from Mindanao Avenue to Commonwealth Avenue in around 10 minutes.
NLEX Corporation appears to be working double time in extending and linking NLEX deeper into the metropolis. It is hoped that all these undertakings will decongest roads not subject to toll. Continuing, the latest update from the Department of Transportation about the Metro Manila Subway project hints at major tunneling work that may soon begin.
A tunnel boring machine or TBM has been lowered or placed in position, signaling the possible start of actual tunneling work for the country's first underground railway system. Department of Transportation Secretary Arthur Tagade anticipates a lowering of the TBM will convince people that the Metro Manila Subway project will commence soon and that will continue under the next administration. Japanese funding for the 488 billion peso project to build a subway system from Valenzuela City to the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3 in Pasay City has been secured and contract packages have been awarded to contractors. Once operational, the Metro Manila Subway can ferry up to 370,000 passengers daily in its first year while cutting travel time from Quezon City to Naiya to just around 35 minutes. The Metro Manila Subway is targeted for partial operations by 2025 and 2026.
The first batch of tunnel boring machines has been in the country for quite some time now. And perhaps it's high time for us to see how they work. And finally, with construction work on 12 of 14 stations of the MRT-7 in full swing, infrastructure work has also begun at the main stabling station or depot for the trains in Bulacan.
Construction work has begun on the Mass Rail Transit 7 train depot or main stabling area on a 20-hectare property in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. The depot will have enough capacity to accommodate up to 150 train cars, exceeding the 36 train sets or 108 rail cars ordered for the MRT-7. In a press statement, San Miguel Corporation President and CEO Ramon S. Ang said that project completion for the MRT-7 is estimated at over 60%, with construction work focused on the first 12 of its total 14 stations. Ang described the construction work on the depot as yet another important milestone reached by SMC's MRT-7 team, which have been diligently working for several years now, even through a pandemic, not only to build the physical structure of the rail system, but also to overcome the many right-of-way and property-related challenges faced by the project. The SMC president also said rail and other mass transport projects are key to decongesting Metro Manila, easing traffic on public roads, lowering harmful emissions that result from hours of standstill traffic, boosting productivity, and decentralizing economic growth to also benefit provinces.
Ramon Ang's cap should now be heavy with feathers with the addition of another one from this milestone in SMC's first rail transit project. And those are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board has again released a list of beneficiaries for the government's fuel subsidy program for PUV drivers and operators, as well as riders of delivery service providers. Motoring Forum discusses the LTFRB's reasons for publishing the list of beneficiaries.
As of June 1, 2022, an estimated 1.17 billion pesos in fuel subsidies have already been distributed to 180,061 of the 264,578 PUV operators already identified as qualified beneficiaries. This report from the LTFRB came amidst complaints from transport associations and groups of members not having received the 6,500 peso fuel subsidy. The LTFRB acknowledged the complaints while maintaining that it was committed to help the land transport sector cope with the impact of rising fuel prices. It added that it was working to ensure qualified beneficiaries of the fuel subsidies receive their share as soon as possible. Of the 84,157 beneficiaries still slated to receive the fuel subsidies, 57,841 have their payment being processed by the Land Bank of the Philippines, the LTFRB said. At the same time, the LTFRB published the list of beneficiaries of the government fuel subsidy program on its website. The publication drew comments and more complaints, prompting the LTFRB to clarify aspects of the list. First of all, the LTFRB said that those on the list have already received the subsidy. This publication of the list is meant to assure the public that the fuel subsidy is being distributed to qualified beneficiaries. The list includes the name of beneficiary and corresponding plate number of the PUV unit, as well as the Land Bank of the Philippines branch where the beneficiary can obtain the Pantawid Pasada card needed to receive the fuel subsidy. The LTFRB clarified that if the Land Bank branch does not appear along with the name of the beneficiary, this means the beneficiary already has a prior Pantawid Pasada card account with the branch. In publishing the list of beneficiaries of the fuel subsidy program, the LTFRB said it recognizes the role of PUV drivers and operators play in keeping the country's economy alive. The list of beneficiaries also includes riders of delivery service providers who are also covered by the fuel subsidy program. The LTFRB invites the public in general and the land transport sector in particular to call its 24/7 hotline 1342 for more information and answers to questions about the fuel subsidy program. The public can also course their questions through the official Facebook page and official website of the LTFRB.
The government allocates billions of pesos to subsidize operations of the transport sector amid the COVID-19 pandemic and the meteoric rise of fuel prices. It is only reasonable for the public to question whether the billions are reaching the right beneficiaries. The LTFRB has been and continues to be transparent about the distribution process of the fuel subsidy program. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Solid yellow line with broken yellow lines is often found on bridges to separate the traffic. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay bawal kang lumipat papunta sa opposite side, kung hindi ay maaari mong makabangga ang nasa kabila katulad ng ipinapakita sa animation. Stay on your lane all the time and do not overtake. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Spying Chopper this week.
Payong chopper lang, kaibigan. Ako po si Jake, isang kapwa nyo chopper. Loading and unloading ng mga pasahero sa tamang lugar lamang gawin.
May tamang lugar para magbaba at magsakay ng pasahero. Kaya doon ihinto ang iyong sasakyan. Iwasan makaabala sa ibang motorista, kaya itabi mo ang sasakyan mo. Huwag sa gitna ng daan pumarada. Huwag ka nang dumagdag sa problema natin sa kalsada. Matuto kang sumunod sa batas trapiko.
Kung ayaw mong maabala, huwag ka ring mangabala. Makisama ka, kaya't huwag basta humarang sa kalsada. Ito po si Jay Gonzales, payong chopper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo chopper.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
When we do what we love and love what we do, work is play. Ford Ranger. Live the Ranger life.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, Stefano Rivera again bested Paui Base in another thrilling mano-a-mano to claim the overall best time of day at the 5th round of the 2022 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series held at Robinson, Santa Rosa. Rivera's time of 46.77 seconds was also the best time in the front wheel category and bumps us his win streak to 2 after he topped Base's own win streak at 3 during the previous round. Base recorded a time of 46.98 seconds to come in second. Rod Chang set a time of 49.03 seconds, good enough for third fastest overall. Joseph Ortega of Ponga Racing Team set the rear wheel production best time of the day with a time of 49.72 seconds. Dr. JP Polintan emerged as the novice overall champion at the 5th round with a time of 51.53 seconds, which pushed July Dionson down to second with a time of 49.72. The 2022 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series continues with the 6th round slated for July 10 at Robinson Star Mills in Pampanga. In other motorsports news, the 2022 Philippine Rallycross Series got off to a searing start with round 1 at the Driftwoods Action Park in Indang, Cavite. Milo Rivera set the pace in Group 1 for cars powered by 1,300cc and below engines, with Kaloy Gallica in second and Teddy Galang in third. Rallycross Series rules gives competitors 3-time runs with the 2 best times added to determine the winner. Gerald Lloyd topped both Groups 2 and 3. Paul Santos came in second in Group 2 ahead of Milo Rivera in third. Pee-wee Mendiola had the second best time in Group 3 with Paul Santos coming in third. Botek edged out Paul Santos in Group 4 competition for cars powered by 1,901cc and above engines, with Pee-wee Mendiola ending up third. Patrick Nan ruled the open class despite missing a third run. Paulo Santos came in second with Denise Santos ending up third. Nixon Boliosos recorded the best total time in the UV class with Mon de Mapilis ending up second and DJ De Guzman in third. Patrick Nang again just needed 2-time runs to top the AWD class with Mon de Mapilis again ending up second and Paulo Santos in third. Paulo Villarta, Martin Galan, and Easy Ligaya all just recorded 2-time run but still ended up first, second, and third respectively. Luis Camacho suffered a DNF but still had the best total time in the pickup class, with Mon de Mapilis scoring another second place finish with Anjo Perez finishing third.
More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. The 2022 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series appears to be heading to a 2-man race for this year's Slalom King title after just 5 rounds. Race Weekend takes us to the Robinson Santa Rosa to witness highlights of the 5th round of the slalom competition. Here for another edition of Race Weekend as we are here in Robinson, Santa Rosa for the 5th leg of the National Slalom Series. Let's go check it out. I am here with the last leg's winner, and I think it's safe to say one of the best drivers in today's motorsports. Stefano Rivera. Hi, Stefano.
Hello, hello. Nice to be finally here, getting interviewed after a long time.
All right. Did you change anything in your approach, or was it just really time for you to win in this year's slalom?
I mean, we've been racing for 4 legs already, and the first 3 were, of course, with Paui. And I would tell you, all those 3 legs, we were pushing our hardest. But of course, going to the 4th leg, it was a must-win race already. since going into the season, we didn't want to have too much deficit in the point. So we did some adjustments in the car, and I guess I prepared more also my driving preparation for the race. I also went to another level, including with my car. So yeah, no different approach. Just we as a team we made sure we will be better this coming legs.
So far you are leading this day's race, no? Are you planning to, once again change your, not just your approach, but your mentality in today's race? Are you, since Pawi's still here, competing for that top spot with you, all together with Rod Chang and other drivers, what can you say about your chances for today?
For today, hopefully right now we're ahead and hopefully it stays that way. But I think our mentality, of course, is to keep pushing, keep improving, because these guys will keep on improving as well. Even if you have a fast time, the race is not over till it's over. So I guess my mentality will be just to keep pushing, keep making myself better, because you never know. It's a long race and also a long season.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time? This is the first time this year that you guys raced here in Santa Rosa. Can you tell us the feel of the track here?
Yes. It's the first time racing here in Santa Rosa, and compared to the other tracks from Antipolo and San Fernando, it's very technical here. A lot, how do you say this, tighter and smaller turns. So it's harder for the driver, not really as hard as on the car, but it's really more on where your skills and your technical skills come into play. So, which I kind of like. So, our car is kind of suited to these kind of conditions and track layouts. So, yeah, I really like this track.
All right, that's it for Stefano Rivera. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Ito totally different kasi this is more of yung steering mo yung ability to take a turn fast. Yung sa drag, it's more on yung feel ng power ng car. Diretso lang So once you hit the throttle, yun na. So, pero meron din throttle control because if you spin the tires, talo ka rin. Dito naman, iba naman dito. If you slip because too much power on the turn, bagal ka rin.
Well, actually, since I became the 2019 Novice Overall Champion, this is my first taste in the Pro League since the pandemic. I would say the level of competition is quite high. Precision driving is really needed, especially in this short track here in Robinson's Santa Rosa. So far, the same pa rin naman. It's the same setup since we started this year's season. Although medyo nag-lighten lang kami ng konti, nag-tune lang kami ng konti dun sa engine. I'm not quite sure, but probably siguro nasa third. Hindi lang ako sure. But yun lang din naman yung aking goal and aspiration, at least to finish within the top 3 or top 5.
Thank you for the organizer. I love the race. Yes, I really love the race. It's my first time actually, and I enjoyed it. Something different, and actually adrenaline rush for me.
And that does it for our coverage of the 5th leg of the National Slalom Series here in Robinson, Santa Rosa. Be sure to check us out next week for more race weekend action. Can Stefano Rivera add to his own streak of wins, now at 2? Or can Pawi Basi rebound and start another win streak of his own? Race Weekend will be sure to be covering the seeming slalom duel between the two. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
Isuzu Mu X. Take the lead.
Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Is it a minivan or an SUV? This showcase takes a look at the all-new Kia Carnival 2.2 SX 7-seater automatic transmission.
When Kia launched the all-new Carnival locally, it described it as a grand utility vehicle with a design that, in its own word, is SUV-inspired. While Kia wanted the new Carnival to come across as an SUV, it wanted the 4th-generation Carnival to maintain all the space, comfort, and conveniences of a premium multi-purpose van. To some extent, Kia has succeeded as the all-new Carnival exterior exudes an SUV flair, while its dimensions, 5,155mm long, 1,995mm wide, and 1,740mm tall, with a 3,090mm long wheelbase and 172mm ground clearance, allows it to provide all the interior space and comfort of a luxurious MPV. Kia brought in two variants of the all-new Carnival, the 2.2 EX 7-seater AT and the 2.2 SX 7-seater AT. Both look strong, modern, and classic at the same time, a look that should stand the test of time. A distinctive feature is what Kia calls the island roof design that makes it seem the top of the Carnival is held up by the C-pillar. The top-of-the-line Carnival 2.2 SX comes with the dual LED projection type headlamps, dual sunroof, satin chrome silver radiator grille, and 19-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 235/55 R19 tires. The X Cub sans the sunroof but with LED headlamps, silver radiator grille, and 18-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 235/55 R18 tires. Both SX and EX share LED daytime running lights and fog lamps, body color front and rear bumpers, door handles, and rear view mirrors that fold and adjust electronically, as well as feature LED turn indicators. Accentuating the SUV-inspired new look are the front and rear skid plates as well as the rear spoiler. Also shared by both Carnival variants are power sliding doors and tailgate, LED high-mount stoplight and rear combination lamps, standard rear fog lamp, pole-type antenna, rear window defogger, and belt line molding. Kia made it a point to retain all the things that owners like in these three past generations of the Carnival, the roominess and comfort of a well-appointed cabin, while adding even more of the smart connectivity and modern convenience features that make Kia's flagship MPV even more comfortable and safe to drive and ride in. Both variants got smart keyless entry and push button as well as remote start as standard, along central door locks with auto locking function, power windows with auto up-down safety function, and front and rear 3-zone air conditioning system. The dash looks especially elegant and premium, accentuated by the metallic trim that matches the inner door handles. The SX gets real premium leather for the seats, while the EX makes do with leatherette upholstery. The driver's seat on the SX can be power adjusted 8 ways, plus 4 ways for the lumbar support, and comes with memory as well as cooling function. The front passenger seat adjusts electronically 8 ways, but also comes with a cooling function. There's an armrest between the front seats that doubles as a storage box. The second row seats truly pamper passengers in the SX. Kia calls them relaxation seats, and they recline electronically and come with armrest, cushion, and leg rest, and can be adjusted back and front as well as side to side. The seats are cool too, figuratively and literally. The second row seats in the EX are also quite comfortable, captain's chairs with armrests that can recline and slide lengthwise and sidewise manually. The third row seat in both SX and EX recline and fold 60/40. The compartment for luggage at the back has a 627-liter capacity that can be increased to 2,785 liters by adjusting and folding the second row and third row seats. The SX gets more of the premium items, including LED map and room lamps, but the EX shares much of what comes standard on the SX. This includes leather-wrapped 4-spoke steering wheel that tilts and telescopes, and features controls for audio, Bluetooth, and multifunction display, cruise control, and lane keeping assist. Also wrapped in leather is the gear shift knob. The new Carnival is also equipped with electronic parking brake with auto hold, illuminated glove box, scuff plates, a multitude of cup holders, and beverage holders. Families into gadgets will like what the Carnival comes with: front USB connectivity port as well as charging ports available to passengers in the second and third row seats. It may not be the largest now available, but the 8-inch touchscreen display is more than adequate for an infotainment system with AM/FM radio, MP3 player, Bluetooth, hands-free with voice control function, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android that plays through 4 speakers plus 2 tweeters. The Carnival has a reputation for being a smooth ride. It was designed to be an ideal, reliable, and comfortable MPV after all. This is carried over into the 4th generation Carnival. It has all the power it needs from the SmartStream 2.2 inline 4-cylinder diesel engine with common rail direct injection and variable geometry turbocharger that generates 202 PS and 440 Nm of torque. All this power and torque is sent smoothly to the front wheels by a SmartStream 8-speed automatic transmission. And with diesel prices being what they are now, it should be a comfort to know you have 4 driving modes to choose from: normal, eco, sport, and smart, to cope with all kinds of traffic and road conditions, and to have confidence that when you want to enjoy yourselves on the drive, you can with confidence. The long wheelbase, front-wheel drive, and motor-driven power steering along with the suspension system that is both firm and supple makes the all-new Carnival a smooth drive and ride. The suspension features front McPherson strut and stabilizer and multi-link system in the rear, providing predictable stopping power as a brake system using front and rear discs. The Carnival 2.2 SX gets more of the driver assist technologies like blind spot detection with collision avoidance assist, forward collision avoidance assist, rear cross traffic alert, camera display with dynamic guidelines, and parking distance warning with front and rear sensors. Both SX and EX are also equipped with anti-lock brake system, electronic stability control, multi-collision brake system, hill start assist control, and trailer stability assist.
Overall, the Kia has done enough with the new Carnival to justify coming up with a category or tag, Grand Utility Vehicle. That's our featured vehicle on this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Honda believes the BRV is perfect for Filipinos enamored of 7-seaters and cites 7 reasons for doing so. The Honda BRV is stylish, exhibiting a fine mixture of sporty and rugged appointments that give it an SUV vibe. That's one reason, says Honda. The BRV comes with a cabin space that Honda touts offers comfortable space for 7, while flexible enough to provide 470 liters of space for cargo, with a third row seats folded which can be bumped up to 520 liters with second row seats tumbled. That's the second. There's a 7-inch touchscreen display that supports various multimedia functions such as Bluetooth, audio streaming, and USB input. Add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to that on the range-topping 1.5V CVT variant. That's reason number 3. Honda claims the BRV has the most powerful engine in its class, a 1.5-liter mill with 120 horsepower and 145 Nm of torque. Mated to a continuously variable transmission, the engine allows the BRV to attain a fuel economy rating of 22.58 km per liter. Reason number 4. The BRV is chock full of passive and active safety features and driver assist technologies that aim to achieve Honda's stated vision of a collision-free society by 2050. That's the 5th reason. Reason number 6 is all about BRV owners being treated with high quality but low cost after-sales service to all Honda customers. The 7th and perhaps the most compelling reason is affordability. The Honda BRV's 1.5S CVT is priced at 1,048,000 pesos, while the top-of-the-line 1.5V CVT goes for 1,168,000 pesos. Mitsubishi owners in Lucena and the Quezon province now have their own dealership where they can have their vehicle serviced and maintained. The 64th dealership in the Mitsubishi Motor Philippines network can be found in a 4,000 square meter lot along the diversion road of the Pan-Philippine Highway at Ilayang, Dupay. The third Mitsubishi outlet managed by the Mizukuwa Motors Corp features a showroom that can display 3 vehicles in a service area with 10 bays. At the inauguration of the Mitsubishi dealership in the capital city of Quezon, MPC President Takeshi Hara said that people of Lucena can expect a wonderful car life journey with Mitsubishi, starting from quality products and through excellent customer-oriented services at dealerships. Mizukawa Motors President Paulo Borromeo promises Mitsubishi vehicle owners in Lucena and nearby areas that the new dealership's fully trained service and parts team is ready to keep their automobiles in tip-top condition with routine periodic maintenance, other general jobs, and even collision repairs. The Mizukawa Group also operates Mitsubishi dealerships and service centers in Banaba, South in Batangas, and Anaba Imus in Cavite. A longtime local distributor of trucks and buses, Hino Motor Philippines has turned over 15 brand new fire trucks to the Bureau of Fire Protection. This represents the first batch of 61 fire trucks ordered by the BFP for distribution to various local government units nationwide. Hino partnered with F-Cura Industries and Hansea Precision Industry Co. Ltd. for the supply of fire truck body and special equipment to be mounted on an FG8J chassis. During the turnover of the fire trucks, Hino Motors President Mitsuharu Tabata said Hino Motors is proud to help modernize the BFP fleet of fire trucks. Unlike the usual vehicle requirements for business or commercial use, a fire truck demands the highest level of reliability, Tabata said.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 36th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy motoring!